Paul Waugh of Huffington Post.
Prime Minister, you've set out a new legally binding target to cut emissions by 78% by 2035, but also to include aviation in emissions for the first time. Does this mean that a third runway at Heathrow is now much less likely? Or if it does go ahead, will there need to be cuts at regional airports? And if I may, on Greensill lobbying, it's sparked a lot of interest in whether the Nolan principles of public life have any teeth or relevance anymore. Do you agree with the Independent Office for Police Conduct, which in its review of your links with Jennifer Arcuri concluded, and I quote, "It would have been wise for Mr. Johnson to have declared this as a conflict of interest, and a failure to do so could have constituted a breach of the Nolan principles." Now, those principles include acting with honesty and integrity. Do you believe you acted with honesty and integrity in your relationship with Ms. Arcuri, who claims you conducted your affair in your marital home?
Well, thank you very much, Paul. And on your first point about the plans to build another runway at Heathrow, that's a matter for the company concerned. It's a private matter. They've got to get it through, to fund it and to finance it themselves. And my own views about that particular matter are well known. But that doesn't mean that I'm opposed to aviation. It doesn't mean that I don't believe that this country has a great future in pioneering low carbon aviation. The two aviation and a green future are not mutually exclusive, and they can be done. And that's why one of the things that we set out that I set out in the 10-point plan for the Green Industrial Revolution was to get to a jet zero world. And the government is working with partners across industry to try to achieve that. There are all sorts of promising looking approaches, all sorts of ways in which we could reduce carbon emissions from planes. We've got to do it. In the end, humanity is going to need to fly, and it's going to have to fly in a clean, green way. And I'm a technological optimist, as I said in my earlier answer, I think, to Vicky Young of the BBC. I think we can do it. And my answer to your second question is yes. Okay, everybody, thank you very much.